Hello, this is Brian Austin in San Diego, California. This is a video I've been wanting to make for quite some time about climate change, and I really feel they're not telling us the full story. Conditions I feel will be in place by the end of the century for future temperature rise of over 70 degrees Fahrenheit, pretty severe, and I'll show you why. In July 2014, the news across the internet was the Earth had reached 400 parts per million, and this is what really piqued my interest, and that's how long I've been wanting to make this video. Historical average is 250 parts per million, so we're already 150 parts per million greater than historical average. In these two graphs here, on the x-axis over 500,000 years, so 500,000 years of history. On the top is temperature, and on the bottom is carbon dioxide. We're going to look at this peak right here, where the bottom graph shows a change of roughly 100 parts per million of carbon dioxide, leading to a change of 10 degrees Celsius in the atmosphere. You can also draw a line across the last 500,000 years, and you can see roughly 250 parts per million average. So driving that point home, again, a change of 100 parts per million in carbon dioxide is a change of 10 degrees C. 10 degrees C is a change of 18 degrees Fahrenheit. One more time, 100 parts per million is a change of 18 degrees Fahrenheit. This graph right here shows two things. The colored line on the bottom is the same exact line as we saw on the previous graph. In fact, you can see the peak of a change of 100 parts per million that we were analyzing before. The second thing this graph shows is on the right side is all the scientific predictions for the level of CO2 in the atmosphere by the end of the century, by the year 2100. You can draw the same line that we drew before at 250 parts per million for an average. I simply drew a line on average of where the CO2 is going to be by the end of the century based upon these predictions. Just drew a line in the center of the average of all the predictions. So as you can see, from 250 up to 650, a change of 400 parts per million by the end of the century. Driving it home is some simple math. Again, the rule of change of 100 parts per million leads to a change of 18 degrees Fahrenheit. So a change of 400 parts per million leads to a change of 4 times 18, or 72 degrees Fahrenheit. So conditions at the end of the century for concentration of CO2 will lead to future change of temperature of 72 degrees Fahrenheit. Much, much more severe than what's in the press these days. I just thought I'd bring this to light, and I thank you for your time.